Now it's time for you to start practicing reading Thai for yourself. Sign in at learnthaimonline.com and go to the member area to open up the course. It's a good idea to have two tabs or windows open so that you can go back and check the letters that you're not sure about. In the other window, have the basic section open. And if there's any letter that you're not sure about, go back and look at the picture again. It's important to stare at the picture and to see the picture in the shape of the letter. It's very important to work through the exercises yourself before looking up or coming back to listen to the answers. It's a bit like developing a muscle. Your mind needs to go through the mental process of solving the puzzle for each word that you read. It's the same as learning to dance. It's no good just knowing the steps of the dance. You also have to do it with your body. The words in this exercise are all two-letter words, and they have no vowel written. So because there's no vowel, it's the implied or default O sound. See if you can work out what they are. To check that you've read the word correctly, you can hover over this icon over here to see the phonetic spelling of the word and click on it to hear the word being read out aloud.
Kon.
Over here is the meaning of the word. It's a person. And if you hover over this icon with the string tied to the finger, it's a good way to help you to remember the meaning of the word. It's easy to con, a friendly person. That helps you to remember that con means person. Pause the video at this point before coming back to listen to the answers and explanations. Okay, so assuming you've gone through the exercises yourself already, we can go through the answers fairly quickly. The first word is the ladyboy carrying the cactus, followed by the 96 nail boots. So the word is kon, which means person. This word has no tone. It's just a boring, monotonous sound. Kon. I'll mention the tones in passing, but we'll deal with the tones much later. If you couldn't remember which letter was which, then flip back to the basic section and look it up. There's the ladyboy carrying the cactus. And here we have the two ladyboys with the nail boots in the 96 position. The next word is carrying the cactus again, followed by the U-boat captain. So with the O vowel, the word is kop, and that's a skeptical tone. What? Kop? And that means to date somebody or to go out with somebody. Another word with the carrying the cactus, followed by the ladyboy diving. So the word is kong, with no tone. And that means maybe or perhaps. These two letters look very similar. Remember, this letter over here is the man doubled over on himself, and the first letter is when the stomach starts to sag. So the word is tot, said with a low, sad tone, and it means to fart. You can practice making the correct sound by saying stod, and then trying to say it without the S. Stod, stod. The next word starts with the same letter, the T, but it ends with a chicken. So it's tok, also with a low, sad tone, and that means to fall, as in the rain falls. Fon, tok. This next word also starts with a T and ends with the meditating ladyboy. Ignore this little mark at the top. It's what I call the surfing tone mark, and it changes the tone of this word. It's pronounced tom, with a kind of exciting tone. Tom. It sounds a bit like stomp, tom, and it means to boil something for a long time. There's a very famous dish in Thailand called tom yam goong. It's a delicious, spicy shrimp soup where all the ingredients have been boiled together for a long time. The next word is the ladyboy squirrel, followed by the ladyboy diving. There's no tone, so the word is long, and that means to go down. This is an interesting word and is used quite often in Thai. It can mean something like to get out of the car, long rot, to come down from the car. What's interesting is that the same word is used to mean get on or get into a boat, long röa, and that's because When you get onto a boat, you go down onto the boat, but when you get out of a car or a bus, you come down out of the car. This word is the ladyboy squirrel, followed by the meditating ladyboy, and together it makes the word lom, which has no tone. And that means wind. It can also mean the air in your tire. This word starts with the humpback girl, followed by the chicken, and together it makes the sound hawk, which is a low, sad tone, and it means the number 6. Do you remember this letter? It's the sea captain chewing his tobacco on the ledge, followed by the doubled over fakir, and together it makes the sound jot, and it actually comes from the English word to jot down something, to make a note of something. Another word with the chewing tobacco, followed by the ladyboys with the nail boots in the 96 position. The word is John. There's no tone. John has 2 meanings. It can either mean you're poor, or it can mean until something. The next word is the sea captain chewing tobacco, followed by the U-boat captain. So together it makes the sound jop, which is a low, sad tone. And this means to finish something or to complete something. Do you remember the cackling old witch? Followed by 96 nail boots, gives you the sound con. This word has a question tone. Con. It has 2 meanings. It can either mean hair on your body or fur, or as a verb it can mean to transport somebody or something. This word has the same sound as the one for person, con. It's just the tone that is different. For person it's con, no tone, but for hair or fur it's con. Very similar word here. Instead of the nail boots, it's the meditating ladyboy. It also has a question tone, com, and this means a bitter taste. The next word starts with a girl F. It's got the extended section on the right hand side where the balloon is attached, and notice that she is looking at herself in the mirror, so it's a girl F. Followed by 96 nail boots, give you the word fon with a question tone, and fon means rain, and you could combine this with tok to mean rainfall. Fon tok. And that's how you'd say it's raining in Thai. Fon tok. Here's the ladyboy P. Notice that he's looking away to see who's watching him, followed by the U-boat captain. It's an uncertain tone. Pop, or you my pop, and it means to meet somebody. So if you want to say to somebody in Thai, see you again, then you'd say pop kan mai, meet together anew. See you later. This word has the girl P. Notice she's looking at herself in the mirror, followed by the ladyboy squirrel. Now remember, at the end of a word, this becomes an N sound. So it's not paw, which Thais can't really pronounce. It becomes pon, and it means the fruit or the result of something. And the word for fruit in Thai is pon la mai. Mai refers to some kind of tree or wood, so it's the result of a tree or the fruit of a tree. Next word has the ladyboy P again, followed by the chicken, and the tone is an uncertain tone again. Pok, and that means to bring or carry something in your pocket. So it probably comes from the English word pocket. The next word starts with the spy balloon and also ends in chicken. It's not the same sound. Think of Spock from Star Trek, and then you'll have the correct sound. Pok. The tone is also different. It's a low, sad tone. Pok. This one is pok, and this one is pok. Spock. Try to say spock, pok. And this means to cover or protect something. Here's a very common word. It's the girl P followed by the meditating ladyboy, and the tone is a question. Pom, and that means eye for a man, and it also means the hair on your head. The hair on your head is called pom, but the hair on your body is called con. And here you have the nail boots followed by the meditating ladyboy, and that makes the word nom with no tone, and that means milk and it can also mean a woman's breast. This is chicken followed by U-boat captain, and it's a low tone. Gop. Practice by saying skop and then leaving out the S. Gop. And this means a frog. And here we have the chicken again, followed by the doubled over fakir, also low tone, got, which means to push a button. So if you want to dial somebody's number on a cell phone, you'd got the numbers into the phone. Here's one of the S's. Notice it's got something sticking out, so you can ignore the rest of the letter. And this word is sot, and it means fresh. So if you wanted fresh coffee made with an espresso machine, you'd ask for café sot. Same thing if you wanted draft beer, you'd ask for bier sot, which is fresh beer. Remember this letter? It's the yakking ladyboy, followed by the chicken. It has an uncertain or skeptical tone, yok, and that means to lift something. This one is the ladyboy squirrel, followed by the U-boat captain, also a skeptical sound, lop, and that means minus or subtract, or to take away something or a negative number. This word starts with the rolling ladyboy, followed by the meditating ladyboy. On top of the ladyboy is a little tone mark, which I call the dagger tone mark. That changes the tone. The tone becomes an exciting tone. Rom. And that can mean an umbrella. It can also be a shadow or anything to do with shade. Here we've got the rolling ladyboy again, and ends with one of the S's. It's a skeptical tone, and you don't really pronounce the S, so it's not ros, it's rot. The S sounds almost like a T, but it's not really enunciated. Rot, and this means the taste or flavor of something. Now look at this word here. We've got the rolling ladyboy, followed by the silent O character. And in this case, it's actually the O vowel, which is tacked onto the right-hand side of the rolling ladyboy. So the word is ro, which means to wait. Same thing here. We've got the ladyboy P, followed by the O vowel. So together it makes pa, which has no tone. And it means something that's enough. Again, we've got the ladyboy carrying a cactus, followed by the O vowel. Ka, and that is your throat or neck. This word actually makes the same sound. It's the cackling old witch, so it's a girl, followed by the R vowel, and the tone is different. It's a question tone. So the word is ka, which means, please can I have something? Could you please do something for me? By spelling it with the ladyboy, the word is ka, no tone, but spelling it with the cackling old witch makes the word ka, and that means to ask for something politely. Here we have the ladyboys with their 96 nail boots again, followed by the chicken. Now there's no vowel written here, so it's the invisible O, and it's a skeptical tone. So we say nok, which means bird. But this word does have a vowel. It has the O vowel. And the tone is actually an exciting tone. So you say nok, and that means outside or to go out. Same thing here. We have the U-boat captain, followed by the O vowel, and ending in the chicken. And because it's a boy, the tone is different. It's a low, sad tone. Bark, which means to say something. Now here's something interesting I'd like to show you. We have the meditating ladyboy, followed by the doubled over fakir. No vowel, so it's mot, said with a skeptical tone. Mot, and that means an ant. But here we have the same word, but with the female sex change doctor. And all that does is change the tone to a low, sad tone. Mot, which means something that's completely used up. So with the skeptical tone, mot means an ant, but with the low, sad tone, mot, it means used up. We have something similar over here. The squirrel, followed by the doubled over fakir, with no vowel, makes lot with a skeptical tone. And that means to reduce. So if you want to ask somebody to reduce the price for you, you'd ask them to please lot raka, please reduce the price. But here we've got two things happening. First of all, we have the O vowel. So it's no longer O, it's ah. And then we've changed the sex of the squirrel to a girl, and that changes the tone to a low, sad tone. So this word is lard, which means a straw or any kind of tube. Here we have the chicken, followed by the 96 nail boots, and it's got the surfer tone mark on the top, which we'll deal with later. So the word is gone, and that means your ass if you're American, or your ass if you're British, compared with this word, which has the R vowel attached to the chicken, and it has a different tone mark, the dagger, which makes the tone sad. Gone, and that means before. Same thing here, we have one of the S's, followed by the diving ladyboy, and a dagger tone mark, which makes it sad, and the word is song, which means to send something, and it can also be used to refer to people if you're taking somebody to the airport or the station. The next word has the R vowel attached to the S, and it happens to be a question tone. Song, and that means the number 2. So compare the difference. Here we have song and song. Here are some more examples of the same thing. An S followed by meditating ladyboy, and the surfer mark on top makes it som, and that means an orange, or the color orange, or in fact anything that's acidic. While this one has the R vowel, it also has the surfer tone mark, which makes it an exciting tone, som, and that means to repair something that's broken. Here we have a very similar word, but it has no tone mark, so the tone is still a question tone. Son, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm teaching. Son. Now the final 2 words are very interesting. This word starts with the silent R character, so it makes no sound. And where's the vowel? Well, the vowel is invisible. It's the O vowel. So the word is simply ok, which is a low, sad tone, and it means chest or breast. This word also starts with the silent R character, but we have the R vowel attached to it. So the word becomes ark, also said with a low tone, and that means to exit. This word is ok because of the invisible O vowel attached to the silent placeholder, while this word is ark because it has the R vowel attached to the silent placeholder. And as this is the end of the lesson, I shall exit stage.